First of all, I would like to tell you the syllabus for the first term in geography. In geography, we are having 2 lessons. I would like all of you to open the page to the under the topic contents. So please mark the first term syllabus. We are having 2 lessons as I told you. The first one is globes and maps and the second one is landforms. Now we would like to start on with our first lesson. So the first chapter is globes and maps. I would ask all of you to hold a pencil in hand so that wherever anything is important, you will be able to underline it. Okay. And one more thing I would like to say that in geography, they can ask you anything from in between the chapter. It is not only that all the paper will be only from the back exercises, but apart from that, they can ask anything from in between the chapter. So whenever I'm explaining the chapter, you need to be very, very attentive. Apart from this, at the bottom of each page, you can see that there are some of the definitions written. And these are the definitions which are very important and they will be asked in the exam. So we won't be writing these definitions in the copies, but you are supposed to learn it from the book. Okay. So all the definitions at the bottom of each and every page is very important and you are asked to learn it very, very thoroughly. Okay, now let us start on with the first chapter, globes and maps. As you know that when we are living, all of us, we are living in a society. And in a society, languages and the traditions, they are very, very important. In the same way, maps are also a very, very important part in geography. So, maps, they are the means through which we explain the different parts of the earth. Okay. Now, maps, they are also used in geography for most of the purposes. For example, if we want to locate any area, if we want to impart the information regarding the society, okay, on the earth, etc., or the different parts of the earth, if we want to explain the vegetation. So, like in short, I want to say that the maps, they are used for different purposes and they are used on a very large scale in order to study about the earth. Okay. Now, as we know that the earth, it is very, very large. And if we want to see the entire earth at one time, it is not possible. So, in order to study about the earth, we have made small models of the earth so that it becomes easy to study about the earth. Okay. So, different parts of the earth, it can be studied with the help of the maps. We can use the globes. Apart from that, we can even use the diagrams, we can use the pictures, we can use the sketches, etc., in order to study about the earth. I hope so you have understood this much, and I want you to just read the chapter again so that it will lead to better understanding. Now, first of all, the first topic in this chapter is globe. Now, I know that all of you have already studied about the globe in your previous classes also. What is a globe? It is a small model of the earth. Whenever you enter a school, you might see the globe either in the principal's office or even in the book, or you might have seen the globe in the pictures, etc. Globe, it is a small model of the earth. Now, it represents the earth in a round shape. On a map, we represent the earth on a flat surface, but on a globe, like it is represented in a spherical shape. If you see a globe, you might see that it is fixed on a stand. Okay, a globe is always fixed on a stand and it rotates on a thin spoke, and that spoke represents the Earth's axis. Okay, with the help of the globe, we can learn or we can understand in a better way about the movements of the Earth. The two movements, they are the rotation and the revolution of the Earth. So, in order to study about the movements of the earth, in order to study about the earth, the various parts of the earth, a globe is very, very useful. It is more accurate because the shape of the earth is also round and the globe also has the same shape. Now, in this chapter, we are having two things. One are the maps and the other is the globe. In this lesson, we will be studying about the importance of these two things in studying about the earth. Okay, how these two things are very, very important, or how they are helpful in order to study about the earth. So, in short, like the globe, it is very, very important, but it is having some of the advantages, and there are many disadvantages also of using a globe. So let us know that what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of the globe. So first of all, let us know about the advantages. Now you see, as I already told you that the shape of the earth is round. About the advantages now. So underline the heading advantages. Okay. Now, as I already told you that the globe is the best representation of the earth. The reason is that the shape of the earth is round and the shape of the globe is also the same. So, in this way, it is having many advantages. It becomes easy to locate a thing on the globe. So, let us see about the other advantages. First advantage is it gives the most accurate shape of the earth. Okay. Second advantage is that it provides a three-dimensional view of the earth. Okay. That is the second advantage. Now let us move to the next page. And as I told you that it is a small model of the earth, and therefore it is also capable of providing a realistic view of all the features on the surface of the earth. Okay, all the features which are made in a natural way, they are known as the physical features which are made by nature. So in order to study all the physical features, it is very, very important. And the last advantage is that it gives the directions and distances without any disturbance. If we want to know the direction and the distances of the surface of the earth, it provides the direction and the distances without any mistakes. Okay, distortion means without any mistake or without any disturbance. Okay, so here we are having 4 advantages of globe. Okay, now we have already studied about the advantages of the globe. Now let us see that what are the disadvantages of the globe. There are many disadvantages. So the first one is that it is difficult to carry around. As you know that it is a model of the earth, so it is not very easy to take from one place to another. There are more chances of being damaged. Okay. The second thing is that the entire area of the earth or the part of the earth, it is not visible at a time. At one time, we can see only one part of the earth. If we want to see the other part which is behind, we have to rotate the globe. So it's not easy, it's not possible in order to see the entire area of the earth at a time. Okay, now let us see the third disadvantage. Okay, now what is the third disadvantage? As you all know that a globe is a small model of the earth. So, like the space available on the globe is also limited. It is having less space. So, we cannot give the detailed information on the globe. It's not possible. And moreover, the last disadvantage is that it gives a false impression of the relative curvature of the earth. This is because the radius of the globe is very less as compared to the radius of the earth. Okay, or in other words, we can say that the radius of the earth is very, very large as compared to the radius of the globe. So here again we are having 4 disadvantages of the globe.